it's Rael Klein and you're watching another Supernatural review, and this is season 14, episode 12, Profit and Loss. If you're new here, I do recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural, so let's get into it. It's been a few days since I've watched the episode, so I have forgotten some of it, but we're going to try our best and do our best here anyway, guys. I think I did put this on the bottom of the bad list. I don't know if it's gonna stay there. I feel like it was more kind of in the middle, but it's leaning towards the bad. Whereas this episode felt like it was kind of like two different episodes. Like the first part, it was like kind of like, okay, like the mystery of like what's going on with the hunt per se, and then also of like Sam trying to convince Dean to not do this thing that got revealed in the previous episode about, you know, putting himself to sea, and that's just it. The episode also starts with him like in the box, and I think like your first time watching it, you think that's actually him, like you think this was real, and they did it obviously purposely and on purpose. He, you know, it was just a dream, a bad nightmare, but that was like part of it. And then they're like, let's go on this hunt, and then it had to do with the prophet and Donatello. Kind of forgot where we left off on that. I kind of understand it. I feel like as that went along, like that was starting, I feel like once we got into the hunt, it was more interesting because, you know, episodes are just so serialized now. They don't get these hunts, so it's nice to have like a hunt episode. And it's about something, I guess, correlating to different things. Cass was in this episode, and Cass was trying to like convince Dean not to do the thing as well. We got to see Cass as a doctor. And then at the end, there's like this big speech, this big fight. Like Sam is like fighting him. He's like, don't give up. I remember them talking about the scene and how the crew cried. I think, you know, obviously at this point, spoilers, the show only has 15 seasons. And basically it was Jared and Jensen. I'm sure Misha had a little bit to contribute to it, but it was really Jared and Jensen's choice to make the show end. You know, it was ultimately at the end like their choice. And, you know, we went into season 15 knowing it's their last, but, you know, this is halfway through season 14. They probably, like, I don't know if the crew knew, but they knew. And maybe the crew kind of sensed it as well. So it has a lot of mixed emotions. You know, that scene was strong. It's something he's not going to give up. I kind of forget what happens exactly. Yeah, it's like it is like worse than death, like what he's doing. It's just the whole thing, like it is crazy, like, oh, Billy's like, this is the only other way, but it's still like, it doesn't make sense, and I'm kind of forgetting like how we got to how the season 14 ended. So I guess like not much to critique here. I just think it was one of those episodes that like is very much a combination of serialized through episodic. And I think I said this in a previous episode, when it's like clearly serialized, a lot of times those are better, not all the time, but when it's kind of one of those episodes where you're like, is it serialized, is it episodic, you're a little bit confused, it's usually not good, because it's like, it's confused on what it is. Like, can I just watch this out of the blue? I think maybe yes, but I think you'd be confused for a lot of it. It struggles, and, you know, it's not the worst episode. There's been worse episodes this season. So I guess, yeah, it ends up being on the bottom of the bad list. We'll see if it ends up there. And yeah, that's the review. It's a short review, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.